Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Marguerite here. Welcome back to part 8 of the Ultimate Beyblade Burst Collection review. So, as we saw last time, we got through both that chest up there and that chest right there. So now we're going to take a look at the top left here, if my finger would actually point. There we go. That one there, and then that one there. So there we go. That's what we're going to get through this episode. And then part 9 is just going to be the extras. So, yeah. Also, welcome, guys, to the stream. I do appreciate it. So you guys tuning in today, because yesterday was pretty quiet. But anyway, sorry because I was streaming too late for anybody to actually watch. Good job, me. So anyway, let's get started right off with a balance type, as we do. Going back all the way to the early burst system, that being this one. This is Neptune right here. This is the first version of Neptune. We already looked at its evolution, Nova Neptune, which I'm going to bring in for comparison. There's the recolor version, so you guys can see differences between those two. You can see how that works out. So, actually, real quick, guys, let's get a little bit ahead of myself. Before I get into this, I will say that with, you know how last episode I was mentioning about, like, the rare bays and Balder? Let me clarify something that I actually made an error there. That, Balder is not, well, he's not only known as the god that's resistant to pain, but also he is the Nordic god of light as well. So, my apologies for that. But anyway, moving back on to Neptune there. Looks pretty nice, as you guys can see. You guys can see little N-shaped sigils on the that are kind of in the northeast, south, and west position, which obviously stands for Neptune, which makes sense. We got the waves going around it, which is kind of nice. Now the thing is that there would be stickers on here as well, but the stickers on this one are just kind of crap, so they kind of fell off, but there would be like little purple decals kind of outlining the waves. So it looks kind of cool. So taking it apart here, and teeth are nice on this one. We do get the return of the armed disc. This is the first issue of it that we get, is with Neptune here. So nice to see. And then lastly, we do also get to see the driver. This time this is Zephyr, and it's in a very bright orange. I mean, my god, this thing is blinding. So again, nice to see. This is the first version of it. So, hey, cool. So guys, I'm ignoring the comments right now, but I will be reading them as I go through, because Lord knows I'm going to need to take breaks, especially after explaining all these days here, because good god. I've done 8 entire videos, and soon to be 9, just talking about Beyblades alone. So, and by the way, guys, just so you guys know that after this, I will be doing my Ultimate Bakugan collection review as well, which that should be a lot shorter. It won't be 9 entire parts. So, hopefully not. It shouldn't be. But then after that, I'm going to be doing my regular game content. So hold tight, my gameplay-oriented friends. I will be getting back to that pretty soon. So anyway, moving right along, we're going to be looking at the original version from Hasbro here of Nova Neptune, also known as Nova Nepstrius. So there you go. So for comparison, we're going to bring in the original color. Bam. So you can see those two there, which is really, really nice. So you can see those two there. And then next we're going to bring in the Dark X Neptune that we looked at before. So you can see that with that. If I actually have that turned correctly. There we go. The fact your audio is just as good, if not better, than without your mic. Oh my god. Yep. Gotta love iPhone technology, am I right? Good stuff. Also, my deep voice makes it probably much, much easier for the camera to pick up. My apologies right now. I'm just getting all kinds of pings on Discord. Can you shut up? I don't care about the pings. I'm trying to do a video. Anyway, why do I even have my computer next to me? All right, for editing. Okay, so if I can just get through these pings real quick. Thank you. Okay. Moving back along to the Beyblade here, which is really nice looking, as we already saw before. Pretty much the same details, same thing here. Still balance type as usual, so there you go, very green. So looking past the layer here, we do also get the vertical disc. Again, another reissue of it, nice to see. If the camera would focus, there we go. Thank you, camera, for actually cooperating with me today. And lastly, we do get to see the Zephyr driver make a return in this one. This time in, oh god, this really highlighter yellow. I mean, my god. Could this thing be more yellow? So, oh wait, no. I know what's more yellow. That, what's it? The, oh, what driver was it? Oh, the Survive driver from, Istros. That one is very yellow. My god, that thing is yellow. But there you go. So that is that. Moving on to the next dual layer here. This is, I believe, a balanced type. And this is another kind of stock combo one. This is Obelisk Odin. This is the Hasbro version recolor. Now, I don't have the original Hasbro release of this Beyblade, so this is pretty much what you're getting here. This is the Hasbro version there. Now, for comparison, here we have the Japanese version of Obelisk Odin. Now, I should preface as well that in the US, this thing's name was changed from Obelisk Odin to Omni Odax. So I should preface that. Now, I'm going to say, again, Hasbro sucks at naming things. Good job, Hasbro. Anyway, enough ranting about them. So, moving back along to the Beyblade here, this does look very nice. I do like the blue swords here, which are nicely picked out in this metallic blue paint. We can see the little star details detailed, again, in that same metallic blue paint. We can see the silver kind of core there with the O for Odin there. It looks very, very nice. I do like the little silver accents on these little little thingy things. So, there you go. Thingy things. That's a great description, Mike. Good job. Anyway, moving along with this, we also do get the vertical disc with this, which is nice to see. So, there you go. And then lastly, we do also see the what is this? This is the claw driver here, this time in red. And I do dig it. Again, same kind of thing, just kind of loose plastic spikes, just kind of dangle there. So there you go. I wonder if he knows that we're just that we're just here to watch an 18-year-old man hold a Beyblade for 20 minutes. Well, what can I say? Content, right? You know? Hey, you guys signed up for this, so this is what you're getting. So, if you want to run, now's your chance. I say that to everyone. If you want to run, now's your chance, because I am crazy and everybody knows that. Watch Minecraft with Friends if you want to see me be a full lunatic. Just shameless plug of my Minecraft with Friends series. If you guys want to see me be really dumb and be really crazy, then that's the place to look. Or my Thumper playlist. That's also where I get crazy and really dumb. So, which, again, for someone like myself, isn't really a surprise, and I'm, a little bit on the stupid side. Anyway, enough shaming myself. Let's get back to the task at hand, which is taking a look at some more Beyblades, right? So, let's get right back to it. So, next up here, I got two of these, what are they called? These are the Bluetooth Spin Control Beyblades. These are kind of a weird one. They're kind of in the same vein as the Ripfire Bays, but this one you can actually, control with your phone. Yes, you heard that right. Beyblades you can control with your phone. Yes. Beyblade's gotten that far, the technology, I'm telling you. So anyway, moving right along to them, we're going to start off with God Valkyrie here. This is the first release, and I do dig it. This looks quite nice. Again, it is just the same God Valkyrie that we saw before, just nicely detailed in sort of anime colors with the yellow and the red, the blue, and the sparkly interior. So there we go. I have a sip every time Reed says, oh my god. Anyway, so for comparison, we're going to bring in, oh god, get the hair off there. Alright, there is God Valkyrie there. There he is. Looks very nice. The original version. Now we're going to bring in the other guys. So we're going to bring in the recolor off screen here. You just have to kind of reach over there with that. So there you go. There you have them there. And then lastly, we're going to bring in the gold recolor. Actually, not lastly. Next, we're going to bring up the gold recolor. There we go. Now, lastly, we're going to bring up the black recolor on top this time. Just to change things up. So there you go. So there you have that. So there's God Valkyrie. Very nice. Now with this one, we do get the parts as usual. We do get the 6 in Vortex disc. This time, really, really bare bones to fit in with this giant thing. So you guys can see the driver there. This is just your standard reboot, now just electrified. So how this works is there is a screw on top there. You will unscrew that. And you can put the little button cell batteries on the sides there. Like there, and there. And then you just push the button and hold it and it will turn on. Then you just connect it to the Beyblade Burst app and then from there, go crazy. So on the app, basically you can swipe the phone left and right and it will spin the Beyblade around and we'll have some nice lights and sounds. So that's all well and good. And then just turn it off. You just press and hold it until the lights come off and then bam, there you go. So there you have God Valkyrie there. Very nice. And then sadly the last one I believe we got for this sort of mini series is Drain Fafnir, so you guys can see. So there's Drain Fafnir, looks very nice. Again, another recolor. So, really nice. For comparison, here we are going to bring in the original recolor I had of Drain Fafnir. So, very nice to see. Next, we're going to bring in the, the Tournament Clash set version. So you guys can see differences between those two. I actually get them in the frame. There you go. Then lastly, we're going to bring in the other recolor from the, the Spin Shifters Target Exclusive Battle Set. So there you go. So there you have that. And I can actually put that back in the box. There we go. So Drain Fafnir, again, same gimmicks, same thing, just different color. Taking the layer off, and it's still left spin, by the way, so still stamina type. So with this, we do get the 8 disc. Now, as you guys can see, it is very bare bones, very, very big, obviously to accommodate the driver here. This is, again, just your standard nothing driver, just now with the electric parts on it. So again, same gimmick applies. Push the button. You know, the lights turn on. All is good. Actually, I don't know why they're blinking like that, but that's kind of weird. I think that's actually a low battery sign. I have no idea why it's low on battery, but either way, it would just light up, so you gotta get the idea. Plus, I'm gonna have to put new batteries in this, so that's great. I haven't even used it that long, and the batteries are already dead. That's what I get for not putting in new, fresh batteries and using the stock batteries. Good job, me. So, alright, so there you go. And by the way, this is how big this thing is. Look at how ridiculous this is. These things are just absolutely just beefy. Again, here's regular Drain Fafnir so you guys can see just how beefy this driver is. I mean, seriously, this thing is swole. My god. So, those lights are lighting up my day, and the puns keep getting worse. Oh my god. I thought I was bad at puns. This is just getting worse. But hey, we're all a sucker for a good, jolly pun, right? Even if it is bad or, actually good. Oh my god. Alright. This is why I keep doing this YouTube channel, guys, because, oh my god, we're just a bunch of morons at the end of the day. Oh my god. We just keep getting sillier and sillier by the end of the day. I'm sorry I called us morons. We're not morons. We're just really, really silly and partially dumb. So anyway, as you saw last video, you could see just how stupid I was towards the end. I just got really giggly. So, what? Okay. Wait, what? Wow, Abby just told you straight. Dang, holy crap. Abby, you savage. Anyway, so next up we got another recolor. Oh my god, this is turning into a crazy video. We got, this is, what is it? Spriggan Requiem. Yes. So there you go. So it looks very nice. Now again, for comparison, we're going to bring in the Hasbro original color. So you guys can see, not much of a color change here, not much. So, there you go. So as you can see, with this version of Spriggan Requiem, we can see the nice silver axe blade right there, looks very nice. We can also see these silver eyes kind of peering through the heads there. And again, it is still left and right spin, so that is all jolly good. And the rubber's still there too. So, there you go. Well, you've became more mental. Oh boy, Abby. What has this video become? Oh my god, every video. Anyway, why does Abby not have mod on YouTube? Well, because she hasn't asked. If she asked, maybe I would give it to her. So, it's very simple. Just ask and I'll just give it to you. So I'll just have to send you the rules and stuff like that, and then bam. you're all good and well, and it's all jolly good. Anyway, so next up we do get the return of the 0 disc here, which is very nice. It's very nice to see. And lastly, we get the, let's see. We do get the Zeta driver. It took a minute for me to actually think of that. This time in silver, instead of the kind of solid tomato red. So that's nice to see. And again, you can change the modes. Same thing. So if the camera would focus, there you go. Change the modes. All jolly good. Ah, why is it stuck? Come on. There you go. Just snap it back into place once you confirm the mode. So all very good. Just clicking it back together. There you go. There is Sprigga Requiem. Very good. Very good bay. Again, came in the same tournament clash set that we got for the Godler series, the sort of capstone set to kind of end off the series. Which, what a way to end, by the way. Just getting a whole bunch of the really popular Beyblade, toys, just thrown in the same box of the new stadium and all that good stuff. So, again, away from that, we're going to be taking a look at the next Beyblade here, which again came from the, wait, that wasn't from the Ultimate, that was in the Ultimate Tournament collection, my apologies. The other two Beyblades I was talking about, no, this one comes from the Tournament Clash set. The other ones came from the Ultimate Tournament collection, my apologies. So, mix up the names of the box sets. But anyway, moving along to this next bay, this is another balanced type. This is chose the Achilles that we saw before, also known as Turbo Achilles, A4. So nice to see. So next with this one, we are going to bring in the comparison, as we do. So here's the original version. Bam. So you can see the differences between those two. And next we're going to bring in the Japanese version as well. Chose the Achilles, so you can see how that looks there. So with this Beyblade, the same gimmicks pretty much apply, but as you guys can see, the colors have changed significantly. For starters, now we have this weird kind of grayish brown on the shield, and this really nice dark crimson red, which I do dig. We also do get now the green eyes have also translated to the shield, with the green gem and this sort of aesthetic there. And then we also have the nice emblem there, this time in that same kind of grayish brown. And the swords, instead of being silver, are now this really nice, really deep kind of blue. Kind of like a deep ocean blue, which is kind of nice. I do like it. So, taking the Beyblade apart, and again, it does still have the Chosy gimmick where the wings pop out. This time, the bumper on this one is actually intact. So thank you, Hasbro, for not doing that to me again. So next to this Beyblade, we do get to see the 00 disc, which is great. Do like that. Very heavy disc, as I said before. Then lastly, we get the Dimension Slingshot driver. This time in green, which is, oh god, this is a really very lime green. Again, same gimmick applies. You twist it, change the modes. All is jolly good. So putting it back down. I don't know why I'm going into a British accent for some reason, but go with the flow, as they say. So there you go. There you have it. Very, very nice. Oh, and by the way, we also do get this nice kind of blue for the back of the layer too, which is all good. So there you have it. Chose the Achilles, really nice looking Beyblade, probably one of my favorite recolors. Well, actually, fun fact with this Beyblade is I actually hated this recolor online, but when I actually got it in hand, it's quite good. So there you go. Never thought those colors would mesh, but then again with Hasbro, gotta do what you gotta do. So next up here we got another Chose eBay as well. This one was reissued again in the Ultimate Tournament collection, but today we're going to be starting off with the original version. That being Air Knight K4, just standard Air Knight. Again, for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to call it Air Knight as I usually do. So Air Knight, as we saw before with its recolor, which I'm going to bring in for comparison real quick, so you guys see the differences between those two. It's pretty much the same bay. This is the first version. And very, very nice looking too. I do like the blue, the yellow, and the sort of metallic gray for the swords. And the powder blue for the helmet and the red kind of crests. Those look very nice. So again, same gimmicks, same things apply. Very, very nice. Taking the layer off, we do get to see the return of the 12 disc, as you guys can see. Very nice and shiny. And we also get the expand frame, which is really nice to see. Now, taking off the expand frame, looks very plain, kind of looks like some kind of like whirlwind effect. And again, it works the same way as the layer does, where it's supposed to help channel the air to help increase its stamina. Which again, in practice, doesn't do that at all. But still, nice kind of frame nonetheless. And it's nice that we got a new frame and a brand new color as well. This sort of translucent lemonade yellow. Kind of dig it. And then lastly, we do get the Eternal Driver Slingshot version. This time, instead of being that really bright yellow like we saw on Archer Hercules H4 for Hasbro, in this case, we got it in green. It's very nice to see. So to dig that. Again, same gimmick supply, where you take the plate and you line it up with the parts, and it will pull up and put into slingshot mode, like so. Then just do the opposite to put it back. And there you go. So that is Air Knight K4. Do dig it. Or just Air Knight. So nice to see. Now, next off, we're going to be taking a look at its ultimate... Well, not ultimate. I keep wanting to say the ultimate tournament collection. No, they're two different sets. Gosh darn it me. Anyway, so this is the recolor from the tournament. What is it? Tournament Clash set. My apologies. This time it is again Air Knight. This is its second recolor, and I love this recolor. I dig it so much. Now, for comparison, I'm going to bring in the original Air Knight there, so you can see those two. Then next, we're going to take out the other recolors, so we can look at that too, from Hypersphere. So nice to see. So again, taking the original version and just plopping that back in the box there, and bringing this one back into frame, we can see that it's very, very nice. As you guys can see, definitely looks more intimidating looking with the sort of black, dark blue, the powder blue, and the sort of sea green there going on. I do dig it. It does look nice. Very nice to see. Oh, and the blue kind of eye on the knight helmet. Very nice to see. So taking that off, we do get to see the disc and the frame return. This time, again, we get the 12 disc again, and we do get the we do get the Eternal Driver, but I'm looking at that off screen. Anyway, so I meant to say the expand frame, not driver. So I almost called it the expand driver. Wow, good job, me. But there you go, there's the expand frame. And this time in this kind of ice blue Gatorade kind of color, which I do dig. But then lastly, we do get finally, the actual proper part here, the Eternal Slingshot Driver, this time in blue. Same gimmick applies here for the gimmick, if I can actually get it to work. Okay, why is it not working? 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 Okay. Come on, I don't got all day. I got a camera rolling. Can you pull up for me? No, okay. There we go, finally. Why is it so tight on this one? My God, my fingers are actually sore now. Ow. Anyway, there you go. So pushing it back down again, deactivates it, but still, I don't know why it was so tight earlier. Jeez, that's ridiculous, but there you go. There you have Air Knight. Very nice to see. Very black. Very black like the night, which is really cool. Next up here, we're going to be taking a look at another twofer. This time, this is the evolution of the previously shown off double god bays, that being Duo Apollos and Duo Artemis, which I'm actually going to have to put those back in their regular modes again. Great. Okay, so this one's going to be a doozy to do. Yeah, I've grabbed the parts, got to go grab everything for these guys, because these guys have some mode changes to them as well. So just grab all the parts to these. Okay, there we go. So starting off with the attack type counterpart of the two, I'm going to be taking a look at, this is Right Artemis. So Artemis, again, it's the same thing as we saw before, which if I can actually take the original one apart, we can actually take a look at the comparison there. So let me just quickly get it apart. Why don't I leave them, again, merged into duo clips? That makes for great video content. Put the chip back in. Okay, put that there. Okay. So now we can bring in those for comparison. So there we go. So there we have the two there, which is very, very nice to see. So there you have the two there. Okay, so anyways, moving away from that, we can actually see the nice look of Artemis there with the silver, the yellow, the red, and the very nice purple that's going on here. Oh, the smoky black as well, which again, I do dig. So, taking the Beyblade apart here, we do get some returning parts. We get the 6-disc reissue here, which is very nice to see. And lastly, we do get to see the black recolor of the, this is the Jackie driver. Yep, Jackie Slingshot. So, again, same gimmick applies as we saw on Ogre 04, so very nice to see. So there you go. Now, again, just like the other two that we looked at before, these do combine with the second bay in this sort of duology here, which we're going to look at right now, if I can actually get the first version actually put back together. There we go. So next up we have, if I can actually put it the right way, there we go. This is Left Apollos. Yes. So now I should preface again that the Hasbro version has been changed from Apollos to Astro. So it's now called Left Astro for Hasbro. So great job. So again, very nice looking Beyblade here. As you can see, we do have the nice yellow, green, red, gold kind of aesthetic going on. And again, I do have the Japanese versions of these as well, which we're going to look in episode 9 at the extras. So you guys will see it there. But still, really nice to see. So do dig it. Taking the parts apart, we can see that we get the 10-disc again, which is very nice to see. Kind of fits with the whole sun aesthetic, so I do dig it. Then lastly, we do get to see the needle slingshot driver, this time in this kind of pearl color, which I do dig. Again, same gimmick applies. You just twist it, pull it up, and then twist it again to change it to slingshot mode. But on mine, it's super tight, so getting it to do the mode is probably going to be darn near impossible. Darn near impossible if my tongue didn't just decide to stop working. But there you go. So there you have that. Now, again, just like the other Beyblades I mentioned before, which again I should bring in for comparison. There you have the original version. Or also I should press fist instead of spinning right spin like the original. This one spins left. I don't know why they made that change, but okay then. So getting the part to actually change the Beyblades up, we got our little tool here, and we're just going to show off the whole combining gimmick, which is quite good. So taking Artemis here to start, to change it, you just take the back here. And as you can see, there is a locking system on the back. You take the little tool, line up the notches with the notches on the piece, and then just twist it around. And that's going to loosen up the core, which will pop out, like so. And then from there, this part will split in half entirely. Do the same thing with left Artemis here. Left Apollos, my apologies, my god. Take the piece, put it in there, and then just twist it to the right. And then there you go. Pop the piece out. Like so. Actually, hit the tripod, and take the part you split in half, like so. Then you just simply take the right side of what is it? Right Artemis. Jeez, I'm getting my tongue's getting tongue-tied over here. And then we got the left side of left Apollos, and then we put those two together like that. And there you have your combined bay. Which now the name actually changes according to the piece you put in. So if you put in this core, it is now Right Eclipse. So that's the name of this layer. Taking the core out and putting in the left core, and put it in properly, actually. Actually, I put it in backwards. Like that. There you go. There you have left. This is now called, what is it? Actually, I have this backwards. My apologies. Yeah, I had it right the first time. This is now Left Eclipse. So there you go. Now, interestingly enough, unlike the previous version, which again I am going to recombine it and then the original and bring it in for comparison, the extra parts left over can actually make their own combination as well, which is really nice, so that way you don't just have a bunch of plastic Beyblade pieces just lying on the ground. You can actually make another Beyblade out of the other remaining scrap parts, which is really smart of them to do. I don't know why they didn't do that in the original, but there you go. So recombining Dual Eclipse here, if I can actually do it off camera. This is quite tedious, but, you know, has to be done because comparisons are important. We're going to go get the original here, if I can actually remember what the parts were. There we go. Put the parts together here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah, really? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We don't need to have the other one with the parts on. There you go. There you have the two Beyblades there. So you can see. And also let me get the core changed out real quick. And then compare that as well. So you have those two. If my thumb wasn't in the way. So there we go. And great, I just dropped the Beyblade. Wow. Good job, me. Very professional. So there you go. There you have your, there you have those two Beyblades. Right Artemis and left Apollos. Really nice to see. So again, the name, as you guys can tell, is quite confusing. I can see how people can get confused by this Beyblade. But even still, it's nice that we got another version of this Beyblade, this sort of duology of, I don't know, godly proportions. Jeez, now I'm advertising the toys for them. So, but there you go. There you have those two, which are very, very nice. I do like them. And again, they came in their own stadium set. The Cross Collision Battle set is what they came in, I believe. If I remember that correctly. Which, actually, I need to go on the Beyblade Wiki to confirm that, because I'm very easily mistaken with the box sets. So I want to make sure that I'm actually calling it by the right thing. So where is that? Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me make sure that I'm actually naming it right. Yeah, Cross Collision Battle Set. Okay, I actually called it by the right name. Cool. Great, because I would have felt really stupid if I actually called it by the wrong name. So, but there you go. There you have those two. So actually moving all the parts back into my little cubbies and moving on to the next Beyblade, if I can. In the type of fashion. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there, parts. There you go. Get in the cubby. Oh my god, get in there. Okay. Now we're going to bring out the next Beyblade here. I'm sorry about that. It's always a doozy having to do those two there because they're always very annoying. So, by the way, Evan, a nice comment there with the TV looks really old. Yeah, it's a Toshiba TV, which actually someone on Reddit a long time ago, when I was showing off my collection on the Beyblade subreddit, someone went absolutely bananas the fact that I had a Toshiba TV, and I'm like, what's so great about a TV? It's a TV. It runs my Wii, so that's great. Also, you can see my Wii there in the background. I don't use it anymore, but I did hear that they're still making Wii games these days, which is a shocker considering how old that console is. But that's a topic for another day. So moving right into the next Beyblade here, this is, again, another defense type. This is Dread or Dead Phoenix. So there you go. So again, just for comparison's sake, we're gonna bring in the original Astro version off screen. Get in there. There you go. So you have those two there. If the shield would actually be, or dead armor was actually on right. Why isn't it on right? There we go. Thank you. Okay. So now there we go. There we have the two. Looks very nice. So propping that back in, we also are gonna bring in the Takara Tomy version for comparison. So there we go. So moving on to this recolor, again we do get it in the tournament class set, this sort of capstone set for Billyburst Turbo / Chozy, so very nice to see. And I like to fondly call this one the Fanta Orange Phoenix. You can see why, because it's very, very Fanta orangey color. And I do dig it. It looks very, very orange. Also, Domshroom, welcome to the stream. As you can also see the nice blue there for the flames on the wings and on the Phoenix itself, which again is very nice. And you get to see the little yellow eyeball for the Phoenix. Taking off the armor underneath, it does look like a nice flaming blue fireball there, which I do dig. So very nice to see. So again, moving right along here, we do have the 10 disc again with this release. So very nice to see. And lastly, you get to see the this is the friction slingshot driver, this time in a very, very appley red. So again, just push the switch and you can change the modes. So there you go. There you have the Dead Phoenix recolor, and I do dig it. It is really, really nice. Again, nice to see another reissue for this Beyblade for those who didn't get it the first time around. So very nice to see. Very orange. So next up here, we're taking a look at yet another recolor from that same Tournament Clash set. This time it is Crash Ragnarok here, and I do like this one a lot. Now for comparison, the original version right there. So you can see, much more fancier looking than your standard Crash Ragnarok, let me tell you. So as you guys can see, we do have the red there for the little kind of accents for the flames of the demon heads there. We can see the smoky black going all the way around the plastic kind of areas of contact. We can see the yellow on the horns there. And what's nice is that Hasbro actually fixed an error on the first release. So you guys see on the heads, they have the blue on the teeth of the demon heads. Yeah, because they actually got confused and they thought that this blue part was the eye of the demon head. But they actually got it corrected and actually changed it to be like the Karatomi version, where it's only that part of the eye is blue. So really nice to see. Oh, what's going on, Pt.8 Afton? Welcome to the stream. And yes, he is new. He is a friend of mine from my 3DS server. He and I recently just got back in terms of being friends again. So, you know, so again, not gonna talk about it here as you know that's personal business. But you know, but there you go. So you have that. So nice to see this Beyblade. And also I like the silver for the sort of tattoo kind of sigil there for Crash Ragnarok. So there you go. Now with this reissue, we also do get to see, of course, the 11 disc make its triumphant return here. So nice to see. And hopefully we get an upgrade of this disc soon. I would really like to see another version of this. Maybe with bigger parts on it, or bigger metal kind of details on it. But either way, it's very nice to see. And then lastly, we do get to see this is the Wedge Slingshot driver, this time in this very cheddar cheese kind of orange. And again, you just push the little slider here to change the modes, like we saw before. And the tip, shockingly enough, is actually real die-cast metal, which is nice to see. So good job, Hasbro, on this release. So there we go. So moving away from that, and also moving on from a Reddit ping that just came up on my phone. Good job, phone. And of course, it's from the Metroid subreddit. Oh, jeez. See, Metroid's following me everywhere. Ever since I became a fan of that series, it's just been following me everywhere. I can't avoid it. Not that it's a problem, even though I sound like I'm ranting. But either way, and it's hard to tell because my deep voice makes it very hard to tell when I'm ranting and when I'm not. But anyway, moving away from that little thing, I'm going to move on to the next Beyblade, and this one is pretty nice. This is I believe, a defense type. Yep, it is defense type. This is Orb Aegis, also known in Hasbro as, what's this called? It's called Engard, I believe. It's called Orb Engard. Very weird. So Orb Aegis here is based on Aegis, which was a shield used by both Athena and Zeus in Greek mythology. So nice to see. Now, Aegis was made out of the hide of the Nemean lion, I believe, if history does serve me right. And my knowledge and my research serves me right. So they kind of have that. It kind of looks like a lion head there, which looks very nice. We can see the head there of Aegis as well, with some snakes going off the top of it. As I believe that another part of the history behind the shield, the mythological shield of Aegis, is that it was also made from the head of Medusa, which was a very famous Gorgon. So there you go. Very nice to see. Now, this silver part on the Japanese would be metal, but because it is Hasbro, it doesn't do that. Oh, and also these parts on the top and bottom would also be metal. So there you go. So moving away from that, we do get to see a reissue of the outer disc, which is really cool to see. Another rare part, now being reissued with pretty much a very rare bay, as this was released in a multi-pack initially, Orb Aegis. So really nice to see the outer disc return. Then lastly, we do get to see the Quest Slingshot driver. So the Quest driver in Takara Tomi's release, I kid you not, this part on top, sure it may look like a bullhorn, but it is not a bullhorn. This is a suction cup. Yes. So on Takara Tomi's, this would be a suction cup, and the whole gimmick behind it is that it would suction cup itself anywhere on the stadium, wherever you launched it. It basically made it immovable, pretty much. So it was a really weird gimmick, and the suction cup was actually a lot better than you'd think. So it actually stuck really well onto stadiums. Of course, since it was rubber, there was a chance it would, its suction would wear off after some time of use. But on this one, it is now just all plastic, so kind of a bummer. But the free spinning gimmick is still there. Now, because this is a slingshot driver, you may be wondering how to activate the slingshot gimmick. Well, if the camera would focus, I would show you. So there we go. So you see this little plate right here on the bottom of where the suction cup on the Japanese version would be. That is where the slingshot gimmick whole system is going to be used here. So basically these little notches here, as you can see at the top and bottom here, 1, 2, 3, 4, will be lined up with these little plastic notches on the bottom here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Line those up, push it down, there you go. That locks the free spinning gimmick, thus activating the slingshot mode. And then to do the opposite, you just push it back out with your nails. And there you go. And now it has the free spinning function. So there you go. That is Orb Aegis. Very, very nice. Now, I believe Hasbro does have a recolor of this out now, but I have not been able to find it. So there you go. Orb Aegis. Very, very nice. Very weird looking shows eBay. So, there you go. Now, once again, taking a trip back to the Ultimate Tournament Collection. Or no, not the Ultimate Tournament Collection. The Tournament Clash set. My stupid face, my god. Moving back to that, once again, we are going to be taking a look at Winning Valkyrie, another attack type. So, very nice looking. So, we already saw this before in part 1, which I will be bringing in all the versions to compare. Starting off with the Takara Tomy version on top. So you guys can see the special stadium release version. Then next we're going to bring in the the Rail Rush Battle Set version, right up at the top there for Hasbro. So very nice to see in the sort of anime color scheme. And then lastly we are going to bring in the starter set recolor, which again is very, very nice here. So you guys can see. So there you go. So again, Winning Valkyrie, same gimmick supply, except now it's in this really nice black, red, and this clear kind of ashy smoky color, and it's really, really extravagant looking gold. I dig this so much. It reminds me of the gold recolor we got for Takara Tomy, which is very hard to come by, so good job, Hasbro. And also something that's nice about this too is that the slopes are tighter on this one, which is nice to see. So this one doesn't burst as often. Not that it bursts a lot anyway, but still, the burst is a little bit, the burst chances are definitely lessened on that one. So with this reissue, we do also get to see the 12-disc return, which is very nice to see. And because I don't use this Beyblade a lot, it is still newer, so that's why it's all nice and shiny and not as dull. And then lastly, you do also get to see the Volcanic driver again in this extravagant gold, which is really nice. Same gimmick applies where you pull it up, twist it, and then lock it to put it in the slingshot mode, like so. And then just do the opposite to change it back, which of course is also going to be difficult because this driver is always difficult. So can I actually get something to grip on so that way I can actually twist it? There we go. So twist it, and then you just push it back down. And there you go. So that is Winning Valkyrie there. Very nice recolor for the Tournament Clash set. There we go. Almost called it the Ultimate Tournament Collection again. Jeez. What is wrong with my tongue? Why does it always want to go to you instead of T? Why? Stupid face. Anyway, so moving away from that bay, we're going to be taking a look at the evolution of this Beyblade for Hasbro, which you already saw in part 1. But this is its first and so far the only release of this Beyblade for Hasbro. That being Turbo Valtryek V4, also known simply as Chosy Valkyrie. So there you go. For comparison, we are going to bring in the TT version of Chosy Valkyrie, so you can see the differences between those two. Now, as you can see, whereas on the Takara Tomy version, all the decals would be, are completely bare here. None of the details on the helmet, on the visor there. No details on the wings. Well, there are details here on these mini wings. And none of that nice translucent plastic. And no metal either. So, why? Oh, no metal here either. So there you go. Now with this one, because of how easy the Chozy wings are to pull out, I can actually show you the Chozy gimmick on this one. And how that would look. So there you go. There you have it with the Chozy wings activated. And then for comparison, we're going to bring in the original without the wings activated. So you can see the difference in the modes. So again, with the Chozy wings, when they are activated, these ones basically do nothing. But this is the one that's actually the most important, because this is the one that has the stopper on it. So basically what happens is basically you click it, like you see. It goes, the little tab moves, and then it gets stopped right there just before it bursts. And it's held there until this bumper is somehow bumped by another bay, or it bumps into a wall or something, and it's clicked back in. Then in which case the Beyblade will therefore burst, like so. So that's how the Chozy gimmick works. Now, again, on Chozy Spriggan that we saw before, which I'm going to bring him in for comparison real quick, because why not? So you have him, and there you have and then I'm going to bring in the other Chozy bay there, Chozy Achilles. So you have all three Chozy bays right there on screen. So nice to see. Now, unlike the other two, this is the only one to have only one burst stopper, which is kind of a shame for the Chozy Awakening layer system. Very much a shame. Which, again, is a subsystem, and sort of a mini-series of Beyblades there. So there you go. Taking off the layer there, which again is very plain, very meh. We also do get to see the return of the evolution. Not evolution. I was looking at the driver, I'm sorry. This is the Zenith disc, my apologies. So again, for comparison, we are going to bring in the TT version. So you can see the differences between the two discs. So as you can see, the plastic is a lot brighter than TT's. But you can see that the rubber is gone, and the metal is still there. It's a duller because this is the only one I used up until I got the Takara Tomy release. Which, by the way, was not easy to get. Was not easy, as it was very expensive for a while. So I'm very glad I got it. I probably said that in my initial review of Chozy Valkyrie, didn't I? Yeah. But still, nice to see. So there you go. Then lastly, we do get to see the evolution driver. This time, actually somewhat still intact. With the spikes all intact, I mean. If the camera would focus. There we go. As you can see, the rubber spikes there are still there, except this time they're coming really close to coming off, since the rubber is a bit thicker than it is on TT's. Which, by the way, here's the Takara Tomy version for comparison. As you can see, much difference. The rubber is much more kind of softer than on Hasbro's, and the solid blue is now in place of where the clear blue would be. So, kind of a shame there. But there you go. There you have Turbo Valkyrie V4, which, oddly enough, was actually released as a Slingshot release for Hasbro. Why weren't the other two Hasbro? Anyway, enough of me ranting. But there you go. So you have Chozy Valkyrie there, or Turbo Valkyrie. So very nice to see there. Next up, I'm going to be taking a look at another recolor, this time being Balance Type. This is my Z Achilles recolor. Yes, this is the final one that I have. So, again, I will be bringing in all the versions so you guys can see the differences between all of them. But anyway, this one came in a 3-pack along with Hazard Kirbyus and with, who else did it come with? With Wolborg, yes, the Plastic Generation remake. So, there you go. There you have that one. Looks very nice. Now again, for comparison, we're going to start off with the Saint Sword version up top. So you guys see differences between those two. Then next, we're going to bring in the original Takara Tomy version for comparison. So there you have those two there. Then next, we're going to bring in the Hasbro Z Achilles A4, so you guys can see how those two look. Wait, my thumb wasn't in the way. There we go. Then next, we're going to bring in the Hasbro recolor that we got as a starter, Z Achilles A4. Just, again, so you can see how that looks. Pretty nice. And then lastly, we are going to bring in the black version that we got as well, the sort of evil Achilles recolor. So very, very nice. But yeah, there you go. So there you have that. Very nice recolor. Again, with the stickers on the swords, which I do like. We got the red there for the shield, the red sort of emblem, the nice yellow plumage on the red, which is very nice. We do have the little blue eye for Achilles there. And we do get these little red accents on the swords, which is very nice. And a nice clear plastic for the little sort of shield part going there. Oh, and also the jewel is this nice amber color, which I do dig. But there you go. So you have that. Next to this Beyblade, we would get the 3 and the dagger frame, which you already saw on my Buster Excalibur, or Buster Excalius. It's on that. But yes, the dagger frame did initially come with this. So that's how you could kind of complete your Excalibur, was you would have to get this multi-pack to do it. Or you could just buy it on eBay or something for, you know, buku prices. But there you go. Then lastly, you do get to see this nice crimson red Destroy Driver. So very nice to see on this one. And I believe this is an attack type version of the Achilles. So very nice. Nice to have a Japanese custom combo bay. My second one, I believe. No, actually, yeah, it was my second one, and then my third one was the Dead Phoenix. But there you go. So very nice to see. Actually, no, I have that wrong. But anyway, yeah, because it was, what was it? First, it was actually my, my Toy Nemesis, 3-hit Ultimate Reboot. Then it was, the Achilles that I just showed you right now. Then it was the Ragnarok I showed you guys earlier. And then, and only then, did I actually get my Dead Phoenix, which is a stock combo. So there you go. That is the history there of my Japanese stock combo base. But there you have that. Now moving on to the last chest, which is right over there. There we go. We're going to be looking at the bays in there, and then stay tuned for part 9 tomorrow, as that will be the extras, the stadiums, the final sort of Beyblades, the sort of wrap-up of this miniseries. But thank you guys for sticking around. I do appreciate it, watching me be nerdy for 9 different, for like, I don't know, buku amount of hours on this stuff. Seriously, I probably spent more time on this than anything. So, ever since I returned to YouTube. So, my God. Gotta admit, I'm a trooper for spending this much time on videos. Somebody actually count the amount of hours in total I've actually done for this series. Someone could do that. That'd be great, because I would love to see how much time I spent on just Beyblades alone. I probably spent more time on that than I have on any series of this video. On this video channel. Why did I say it like that? I'm dumb. Anyway, moving away from that. Next, we're going to be taking a look at another attack type from the burst system, going all the way back. All the way just whoop. Back in time. We're going to be taking a look at Death Scyther here, which is very, very nice, and I do dig it. So, Death Scyther is very nice, as you guys can see, and this purple and red sort of hilt for the scythe. Also, 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Yes, the Japanese intro. Very nice. You know what I should have done on the first episode? I should have just played the Beyblade Burst theme, shouldn't I? I would have gotten copyrighted, so can't do that. But there you go. So, because I don't want Hasbro on me, because I don't want to lose money. Or get into trouble with Hasbro. That would be bad. But anyway, or Takatomi either. Oh, God. The last thing I want is a copyright strike. That wouldn't be too fun, well, would it? Just for Beyblade videos. But anyway, it looks very nice. As you can see with the purple, the black, and the sort of skull there. Very nicely detailed. So again, for comparison, we are going to bring in the the recolor that I showed you guys before. Yeah. Death Scyther. Now we got in the 2-pack along with the flipped colors, Gigant Gaia. So there you go. There you have those two together. So moving away from that, this is a very nice Beyblade. Do dig it. Probably my favorite version of Death Scyther that I got. Besides, of course, the recolor. But there you go. Very nice looking. And my voice is slowly losing its flair. And I don't know why I keep doing that noise. It's really annoying. So anyway, we do also have the zero disc. Great job, mate. It's oval, you stupid. Anyways, this is the oval disc. Very nice to see. Very oblong, very round, as it should be. It is first issue for Hasbro, so nice to see. Let's see, do you know the Beyblade Burst Turbo theme was made by a YouTuber called Nate Wants to Battle? I did hear about that. Yeah, that's really cool that they got a YouTuber to do the theme song. And he's not even a cringy YouTuber. He's actually okay. I do dig him. He's not somebody cringy. So that's good. Good job, Hasbro, for actually, getting someone that's actually good and actually, it's getting someone that's actually, adequate, for the job. So good job there. Next, you get to see the Excel driver as well. This time in this nice red, which is very nice. So a very nice flat tip there, which I do dig. So very nice to see. So there you go. That is my original version of Death Scyther. Looks very nice. Do dig it. So, next up from that, I'm going to be taking a look at my original version of its evolution, against the attack type. This time it is Dark Death Scyther. This is my original color version. Now this one sadly is broken, as you guys can see. I actually had to super glue the layer because it cracked. Now this Beyblade, I should say, is very notorious for cracking and for breaking on both Takara Tomies and Hasbro's, and mine did that just a couple years ago. It did break, which is kind of a shame. But thankfully I did glue it and it still works. So I'm glad about that. For comparison, we do have the original recolor I have for it. Again, still Dark Death Scyther, still attack type, so very nice to see. So Dark Death Scyther here does look very nice, or Dark Doom Sizer, if you want to call it that. It is very nice. I do like the sort of silver going on the sort of scythe going on here, with the nice blood red kind of print on the scythe. Looks very nice. And I do like the black and the purple there, which, again, I do like. And the nice translucency of this sort of bladed part on the side. So there you go. And this one, as you can see, I have not modified. So there you go. Still works. With this one, we also do get to see the first release of Force for Hasbro. Actually, no, that's wrong. It released first with Excalibur. Good job, me. But anyways, it's a new issue for the dual layer system side of things. So there you go. Very nice to see. Then lastly, we do have the driver, which again is the Jaggy driver, this time in this nice sort of yellowish orange. Okay, the light's making it look more yellow than it actually is, the sort of weird orange color it is, but still very nice to see. So there we go. That is Dark Death Scyther, very nice Beyblade. Again, it's a shame that it did actually break right there, so that is quite a shame. But thankfully I did fix it, and it does still work. So that is jolly good. Next up here, we are going to be taking a look at the Hasbro version of its God Evolution. This time being, this is Crusher Doom Sizer here, also known as Killer Death Scyther for those who aren't simps. But there you go. So there is the original sort of look of the Hasbro version, as you guys can see, with comparison to the TT version. So you guys can see. And you can see how the differences are between those two. First and foremost being the chip is now built into it, so no swapping out the chip, the God chip there. The translucency is now a lot more cloudy. The scythe no longer has the decals on the top part here. The double sort of slider gimmick is now a lot tighter than it is on Takara Tomies, where it's very, very loose. So you guys can see, I actually had to put a little bit of force there to actually get it to work. But there you go. So very nice to see. Next to this Beyblade, we also do get to see the Hasbro releases of both the 2-disc and the Vortex frame, which for comparison with the TT version, I'm going to bring that in for comparison, so you can see the differences in the translucencies. So there you go. I didn't bump the tripod. And lastly, we do get the Hunter driver, this time again in this purple with the nice blue rubber, which is again more akin to the Takara Tomy release, which looks like so. You can see the differences there. Basically, the rubber is pretty much the same, except now this is a solid purple instead of this clear purple. So there you go. Putting the parts back together. There we go for both versions. But there you go. There you have Dark Death Scyther. Dark Death Scyther. Killer Death Scyther. Wow, I'm dumb. But there you go. There you have the two bays there. Looks very nice. Glad to have them. Both Hasbro and TTs. Which, again, fun fact, I only Hasbro one first before TT. So there we go. And I'm out of breath. So anyway, moving right along swiftly to the next Beyblade. This is, again, another balanced type. This time it is the Japanese release of Spriggan Requiem. So there we go. Now, again, quickly for comparison, we are going to bring in the original Hasbro one, Spriggan Requiem S3, so you guys can see the differences between those two. And then last year, you are going to bring in the Silver Axe version that we got from the Tournament Clash set. The Ultimate Tournament Collection, my apologies. So there you go. There you have those two there. Now putting the Beyblade back into the box and bringing the Japanese one into frame, we can see how that looks. So very nice to see. The camera picked up on it. So you guys can see the gold axe is still there as on the Hasbro. We can see the rubber there, which is a lot better than Hasbro's, actually. So there we go. And then we also do have the nice painted God chip in this nice sort of metallic blue, which actually really looks nice. Now, again, this Beyblade was really hard to get, especially nowadays, because not only is this one hard to get, but also its recolors, like the gold recolor and the random booster versions, which actually have stickers on the heads there. So there you go. So moving away from that, we do also get the first issue for Takara Tomy of the Zero disc, one of the best discs to come out of Beyblade God. And as I said before, one of the heaviest discs before 00 came out and heavily pretty much outclassed it. Unless, of course, Super King has something to outclass that, but again, I don't have Super King, so I can't speak on that. But there you go. Then lastly, we do get the Zeta driver, if I can actually change it back to its default mode. And as you can see, looks very nice. The first issue of the driver. Now, again, for comparison, we are going to bring in the original Hasbro version, so you guys can see how that looks. So there you go. And again, the modes still change, so you can still pull up the driver, if the camera would focus. You can still pull up the little plunger for the tip, and then swap them around to both the stamina, attack, and balance modes. You have that. And then, of course, click it in to lock the mode. And also, I also should mention that it does have the left and right rotation. So there you go. So you can spin both this way, well, this way, and that way. So there you go. There you have those two. They have that Beyblade right there. When I say those two, jeez. I'm looking at the other Beyblades in the box here, which we're going to take a look at right now. These are from Hypersphere. These are the recolors of Beyblades you literally looked at a few hours ago in terms of the stream time. I don't know about you guys this time. I don't know. Could be a few hours you guys are watching this. No clue. But anyway, let's see. How did Vault beat Shu in Beyblade Burst God? Very good question. I don't know. I haven't watched the God anime at all. Actually, now come to think of it, I haven't watched any of the Beyblade Burst anime, really. Except for a few episodes of Hypersphere. But that's really about it. So, and also, of course, the Japanese dub of the Japanese rendition of the show. But even still, I do like the new, just take a quick break from the actual Beyblade showcase here. I do like the new guy, what is it, Lane Valhalla? I like him and his Beyblade variant Lucifer in Super King. Does look really cool. I do like the gimmick on that. Which, again, you guys will see that Bey very, very soon, hopefully, if I can actually get my hands on it. And, of course, if COVID would like to blow over, that would be really nice. But the chances of that happening are very slim, so don't expect to see that for a while. Or for any real Super King reviews, to be honest. Which, again, I should also bring up to mention, since Joday's here, I'm scared for Super King for Hasbro. I'm scared. Is it going to be bad? Is it going to be good? Could this be Hasbro's chance to finally prove that it's not just a cheaper version of Takara Tomy stuff? Probably not, but we'll see. So, but there you go. So, moving away from that, we're going to move back away from your very nice commercial break to the next Beyblade here. which this is the right Artemis recolor, which is really nice to see. So again, very orange on this one. And for comparison, we are going to bring in the original so you can see how it looks. So there you go. And as you can see, looks very nice with this orange, sea green, blue, and the silver, where the metal would be on the Japanese. And this nice, very deep black for the sort of core. Now again, just like before, you can make a duo eclipse with this. Well, a right and left eclipse, I should say, not duo eclipse. That's the God version. But anyway, still really nice to see, which you can see it off screen there, like right there. That's where duo eclipse is sitting. But there you go. So taking the Beyblade apart, I'm actually going to have to get through this part really quick here because I need to get my charger again. Which, again, you guys would think that I don't charge my phone, but I actually do. My phone battery just sucks. But anyway, moving away from that, we do get to see the reissue of the Hasbro exclusive Python disc. Get the camera focus. So there you go. There you have it there. Then lastly, we also do get the, what is this? This is the Jaggy Hypersphere Driver. Yeah, this looks nothing like Jaggy, let's be honest. Looks nothing like it. Again, for comparison, I'm going to bring in the recolor version. So you can see, looks nothing like Jaggy, not at all. I was shocked when this was revealed to be Jaggy, but there you go. So you have that version. Now, again, going to go on a quick commercial break here, as I do need to get my charger real quick. I don't know why I'm saying commercial break because I'm not sponsored by anybody. But anyway, you guys get the jokes. So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab my charger. I'm gonna get back. We will continue on with the video. So be right back. Okay, so, sorry for the short break. I had to grab my charger, as I said. So, grabbing my charger, plugging it in, and plugging it into the phone. There we go. Now that will do its magic and keep the phone alive whilst we continue. So moving on to the next Beyblade, which, again, I've already did reviews for all of these, for pretty much most of these bays. So, again, just reissuing them here. This is Left Astro A5. So this is, well, the name for Hasbro. This is actually just Left Apollos from Takara. But still, very blue on this one. I do dig it. So for comparisons, briefly, we're going to show off the original. So you guys can see the differences between those two. If my thumb wasn't in the way. So there we go. Moving those two out of the way, there we have that. It does look very nice. I do like the orange, the purple, the silver, and the sort of blue and the sea green. Again, keeping a theme here with these ones. I don't know why they're doing these weird, wacky recolors, but I do dig it. Definitely very flashy over its sort of very godly-looking original version. So moving away from that, we also do get to see the Blitz, the Hasbro rendition of the Blitz disc, which, as I said before, is absolute garbage. The gimmick is stripped. It's now compatible with frames. What is this? So anyway, moving on from that, we're going to bring in a comparison to the original Japanese, so you guys can see just how shocking of a difference it is. I mean, my God, this thing is shockingly different. So there we go. There you have that. And I have no idea how my voice gets so soft. I have no idea. I'm just loud and just crazy 24/7, and then my voice gets real soft on you. But that's just, I think my voice perfectly describes me perfectly. Crazy. But there you go. And you guys aren't helping. You guys are making me crazier. But, hey, that's how the cookie crumbles. So, and this is why I'll probably never get a job. But anyway, moving away from that, jeez, that just got really deep. Next, we'll take a look at the Hypersphere version of the Liner Driver. Liner Driver, wow, good job, me. This is, oh God, this is, Spiral. I was way off. What was that? Anyway, brain fart. This is the Spiral Hypersphere Driver, which, again, for comparisons to the original Japanese. In this case, just because it's closer and I don't have to move too much. There you go. There you have those two. So very nice. But seriously, Hasbro, what is this? What is this? This is weird. Anyway, Very nice blue. So, moving away from that, we are going to do, again, another combination mode. Why did I put the tool away? I'm so dumb. Anyway, so getting the tool back, we are going to be doing the combo modes and doing comparisons with the Japanese, well, not Japanese, the Hasbro version. Which actually in episode 9 we are going to do a comparison with the cartoon versions there. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be really fun. So, if you guys haven't already gotten bored by now, which most of you probably have, and I don't blame you for doing that. So again, taking a layer here, I already put the tool in off screen. You just twist the tool, and again, same thing, pop the core out, pull it in half. The same thing with the other one. Take the core, put it in the tool, and twist it to the right. Core comes out, if it was actually in frame. Let's try that again. So take the core, twist it out, pop the core out, actually hit the tripod, and split it in half. Then taking the two halves there, and snapping them together. Also, I just realized that I didn't actually show the other gimmick with the other one. Well, that was smart of me, wasn't it? But there you go. I'll actually just show it off here. This is the rendition of that. So the new kind of recolor version of the of right and left eclipse. So here it is again with the right core, so you can see how that looks as right eclipse, and then with the left core, it is now left eclipse. So there you go. So again, for comparisons, I will have to bring in the original Hasbro version. If I didn't take it apart with my stupid face. Alright, so taking it apart, so swapping doing the whole transformation thingamajig. Gotta just take that apart. Take the tool, twist it, take it apart. Okay. Take the halves, put them together, and then just put the chips in. There we go. So for a comparison, we'll have to put in the left chip since it actually is our left core because it is the left form. We're going to do comparisons there. So there is the left, both left eclipses there. So you can see the differences between those two. Then popping out each of the cores and now putting in their right cores. So you can actually see how those will look if I can actually put them in. So there you go. They have both of them there. If my thumb wasn't in the way. Move out of the way. Thumb. And if I didn't drop the layer, good job, me. Why did I move my thumb out of the way? There we go. I actually figured it out. Just hold it like that. There we go. So you actually see the differences between those two. Right there. So there you go. There you have that. Now again, like I said before, and I just neglected to show, you can take both of these scrap halves, both of these, and put them together as well. Kind of making for a more plain left and right eclipse. But it is an option. So again, putting in the left core, if I could actually put it in. My God, why isn't it wanting to go in? Come on. Really? Why are you not wanting to cooperate? Oh geez, it's actually putting it back in lock mode. That is not how you do it. There you go. So you have it with the left chip there, so you can see your left core. So you can see how that looks. And then bringing in the right one into place. So you can see how that looks. There. So there you go. Why did I push that core out? That was dumb. Alright, so bringing in the other halves from the other two. Again, you can still merge them. Make a right eclipse out of it. So again, for comparison, I am going to bring in both of these sort of plain versions with their modes. Starting off with their left ones, because why not? I'm going to put the left chip in. Oh, come on. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. Okay. Oh my God. So there you go. There you have the... There you have the two bays. There you go. I actually had that backwards. Great. I had that backwards for both of them. Oh my God, I had it backwards for both of them. Jeez. So now, there we have both of them there. Oh my God, I'm so dumb. Okay. Now putting it in the right course. If I can actually do this the right way. Good job, me. Then we will have... Then everything should be jolly good. Put it in wrong again. Okay. I am so dumb. Oh my god. Okay. And I put it... Oh wait, did I put it backwards again? Yes, I did. Oh my god. Wait, no, I actually didn't. Okay, I just did put it in the right way. Okay, so there you have the two bays there, so you can see. Looks very nice. So there you have them. There. So very nice to see. So there you go. There you have those bays there. What are they? Those bays there. Great description, me. They have names, you know. Oh my god. Left Apollos and right Artemis. Was it really that hard, Mike? No. Are you a lazy bum? Kind of. Kind of. That's an understatement. Yes. There's a reason why I don't do videos sometimes, because it's either... Well, actually, I do have good reasons for why I don't do videos sometimes, but... You know, other times I am just kind of just a lazy bum. But there you go. What are you going to do? So, as I said before, as I say with everyone, if you want to run, now is your chance, because I'm kind of a lunatic. But there you go. Now, I joke about that. I'm not the bad kind of lunatic. I'm the kind of lunatic like Markiplier is. The lovable kind. But there you go. Okay, so try to change it back to the regular modes again. Oh my god, actually work. Thank you. Okay. I have to recombine the other ones. Oh jeez. See what I have to go through for you guys? I make myself look like an absolute joke, and I have to put the Beyblade stuck together. Oh my god. Why did they... Put the core in! Okay, stop flopping around. Okay, there we go. And my computer is dying. No! Everything is falling apart. Why? Why on this day? Darn you, technology. Turn on! Oh my god. Turn on, you stupid computer. Thank you. Oh my god. This computer is actually dumb. Okay, now I have to remember which parts went with which bay. Wonderful. This is all good, isn't it? Okay, click it in. There we go. Now put the other bay together. There you go. Put the core in. Lock it in. If it wasn't even flopping around. Okay. And then put the piece in. And then put the driver in. And then put it together. There you go. Now everything's jolly good. I'm losing my mind. Okay, so there we go. There we have that. Oh, wait. If you already even watched even one of my videos, you already know that I've lost my mind. Mostly because of you guys. Not again to sound like a mean person. I actually am very grateful for you guys. Like, no joke. I actually am grateful for you guys. Even if you guys drag me up a wall. But there you go. So there you have that. Now moving on to some Hasbro gubbins. Because, again, Hasbro has hit us again with some more recolors of previously released bays. Really nice. Very nice of them in it. Makes my life easier. No, it doesn't. But anyway, so here we have it. This is Ogre 05, also known as just Ogre 04, just with a new name and a new version. So again, really nice to see with the colors being the blue, the green, and the sort of gray going around it. So again, for comparison, we are going to bring in the original. If you didn't bump into the phone. Ogre 04, so you guys can see how those two look. So putting that back in the box, and I'm out of breath. But there you go. So you have that. Taking that part off, we also do get to see the Zero Disc make it, and it's again another return of the Zero Disc. It's very nice to see. And surprisingly enough, and if you have watched the original review of this bay, you would know that I was actually shocked to come to the realization, or the revelation, this is the power driver. This is the power driver in Hypersphere version. So again, for comparison, here's the original power driver from Takara Tomy. This looks nothing like the power driver at all. I thought it was volcanic. If I didn't drop the bay, but there you go. There you have that. There you have Ogre 05. So very cool. And apparently the whole recording is now slowly falling apart at the seams, it seems. That rhymed, because it was both means they're both the same word except spelled differently, and they both mean different things. So there you go. There's your sort of educational lesson there. My God, I'm losing my mind. All right, But again, if you've seen any of my videos, you would know that's already happened. So again, moving right along, and enough of my hysteria, we're going to move on to Dullahan D5 here. So again, this is the basically Dullahan D4, just with a brand new coat of paint. So very nice to see with this sort of Gatorade green, this sort of dark blood red, with the nice kind of print on the helmet for Dullahan. So again, for comparison, we're going to bring in the original Dullahan D4, so you guys can see how those two look if my fingers weren't in the way. So there you go. Alright, so that is Dullahan D5, and a really nice recolor. I do dig it. It is very nice. Taking it apart, we also do get to see another version of the 11 disc, which is great. Also, by the way, welcome back, Abby. I came downstairs and my mom was blasting Scottish music. Oh, joy. Don't you love it when you come downstairs and there's just Scottish music blasting downstairs? Jeez, that probably scared the daylights out of you. Sure would have if it were me. Because we aren't even Scottish. We're American. Why are we listening to the Scottish music, you know? Anyway, moving away from that, next we're going to take a look at the driver. And surprisingly enough, this is actually a new driver. This is Linear Hypersphere, our new Hasbro exclusive driver. It's really nice to see. As you can see, it is very sort of round. Kind of looks like a bowl. Or kind of looks like, you know what this looks like? This looks like that part of the drain. You know those like drain things that you put in your drain so that way it keeps hair out of your drain? It looks like that. Or like a strainer for pasta. Kind of does. But there you go. Looks very nice. I do dig this. Linear Hypersphere. But there you go. There you have Dullahan. So, let's see. She said it's your war music, lass. What? War music? What war? The only war that we're having is with COVID-19. We aren't battling anybody. Because if we were battling with anybody, both parties would die from COVID. From touching each other. So there you go. And that sounded really a lot worse than I meant that to be. But my apologies for the graphic imagery there. But there you go. Let's see. You're not American either. Yes, I know. You're British. I know. Trust me. I know that all too well. I can tell just in the way you type and by the way you talk that you are definitely British for sure. And again, sorry if I'm sounding a little bit offensive right now. I'm sorry. I am losing my mind. So I do apologize. But anyway, moving along, we are going to be bringing in the next Hasbro exclusive design. This is Gargoyle G5. Now, sadly, I don't have the original version, which was called Gargoyle G4, or just Gargoyle. So Gargoyle, obviously enough, is based off of a gargoyle, which is these sort of winged demon creatures that sit on top of buildings and stuff to kind of scare away, you know, evil spirits is what they're for. Anyway, you can see the nicely detailed G kind of spiky tail, which represents gargoyle, which does look very nice. We can see the purple and the gray sort of bat wings coming down, which does look very nice. And we can also see the demon heads there as well. Well, not demon heads, the gargoyle heads with their eyes and sharp teeth. I'm taking that as a compliment, and I meant it as a compliment. So I'm sorry if that did sound offensive, as that is supposed to be. That was meant to be a compliment, but because of my voice right now, it does sound more like I am being mean, but I am not. So I'm sorry if you did get offended by that. Best thing you heard all day. Well, I'm glad I made your day just a little bit better, especially coming from you. That's really nice to see some joy out of it. So at least a little bit of joy coming out of you. Even though you're probably going to say, oh, but I don't have joy in my life. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. There's me. And you also have Shadow Dragons, so come on. Don't say that. Also, you got your Splatoon in your games, so don't say that, as I know that's what you're about to say. I know you're about to say it right now. I bet my left kidney you're about to say that. But anyway, we do got the 10 disc, which is very nice. Another reissue of that. Nice to see. And the another version of Keep Hypersphere, which we already saw on, what was it? On Bushin Ashindra. My god. In green, that you saw in my last video that I did on Beyblade, but there you go. So very nice to say. So there you go. Yay! XD. Oh my gosh. Alright, so there is Gargoyle. Gargoyle, my god. My tongue is not working. I don't understand. What is the problem? Just speak English, darn you. But anyway, there you go. There you have Gargoyle. Very nice. Again, would it be great if I actually said it right the first time, but my tongue is not working, and it's slightly annoying me, but there you go. So next up here in our little Beyblade tour, we can take a look at another attack type. We already seen this before, but this time it is Ace Dragon. Yeah, so Ace Dragon, the main bay for GT. And he is quite nice, as you guys can see. Dragon is obviously based, obviously enough, on a dragon, which is a fire-breathing lizard, usually with wings, and are usually evil. Yeah, Gargoyle, wow, I'm dumb. Yeah, good job, Tongue, making me sound like an absolute moron. Like an absolute just tonsil. But anyway, there you go. So there you have that. So as you can see, very nice red, gold, and blue going on here with the silver Zan weight, which would be separate if it wasn't for Hasbro and them molding it into the base. Thanks, Hasbro! But anyway, moving away from that, we also get the Sting disc with this, which is quite nice to see. And we also do get the Charge driver, which is very nice. This time, Charge Hypersphere. Now, the original would have a star tip where this little round part would be. And this part would also have metal on it as well. These sort of metal claws or teeth. It's nice to see on Ace Dragon. So, there you go. Putting the Beyblade together here off screen. And my fingers are absolutely hot from having to take apart and re-put together bays. But there you go. There you have Ace Dragon. Very nice to see. Now, so you take a look at its recolor, which I have literally next to it in the box. Here it is. This is Ace Dragon. There you go. Ace Dragon recolor. So for comparison, we are going to bring in the original Ace Dragon we literally just looked at, so you can see how that looks. So looking at, again, the recolor, it does look very nice. We can see the green, gold, red, and blue. And I finally like to call this one Lizard Ace Dragon, because it reminds me of the Lizard or the Hulk from Incredible Hulk and from Spider-Man. So there you go. So taking that Beyblade apart, we're taking a look at the disc and driver. The disc, of course, is the Sting disc. Again, nice to see this disc again. And we also get the Charge driver, this time in green. So again, for comparison, we're going to bring in the blue version that we literally just looked at. So you can see the differences between those two. So there you go. And then putting the Beyblades back together. There we go. There you have Ace Dragon there. Very nice Beyblades they are. And nice new attack types for the season. Now, that's not the only form of Ace Dragon that we get. There are two more of them. That being, starting with its defense type version, which is always nice to see, Rock Dragon. So there you go. This is Rock Dragon. He has defense type. Same dragon, same chip, except now with this sort of rock base going on, which I do dig. So there you go. Moving away from that, we do have the Sting disc again with this, so nothing new here. And then we also get another version of Charge, this time with the suffix, what's it called? What's this called? Charge 2 Hypersphere. So very nice to see. So putting that together and comparing it to the original Ace Dragons, first with the anime color scheme version. Which we got in the Vertical Drop Stadium. We got it in that, by the way. And then we got the starter set green version, or the starter pack green version. So I dig it. Green Goblin from Spider-Man. Get it? Rock. Dig. Yes, I dig it. I wasn't intending to be a pun, but okay. Thanks, Abby, for doing the puns for me. You're saving me a lot of grieving in the long run. Like, seriously, sometimes, just a quick break from the Beyblades here. On a more serious note, I'm really scared of what my future employers are gonna think of me when they find out that I'm a YouTuber. For my first job, I'm wondering what they're gonna think of me if they Google me online and find my YouTube channel. I'm very scared to see what they're gonna think of it. They're probably gonna think it's cringy, but anyway. Which, again, is probably a reason why I'm never going to get a job. But anyway, moving away from that, and oh my god. You made a pun, yes, dig rock. Oh my god. Yeah, Rock Dragon. I guess you could say Rock Dragon is into heavy metal. Anyway, bad joke aside, there we go. So, I guess you could say Rock Dragon is into Metallica. Anyway, moving away from bad puns. Next, we have the stamina version. This is Grand Dragon, which I do dig. And Grand Dragon, as you can see, is very, very round and very, very red. So there you go. Again, no new parts here. We already saw these before. Sting Disc. Again, nice to see. And we get Charge 3 Hypersphere in this one. This time, literally the same thing, except now in blue. So great. Well, Jode, I'm glad you thought it was funny, because I bet nobody else did. But there you go. I mean, let's be honest. Who here does think that my jokes are funny? Nobody, exactly. I mean, if you see my Minecraft videos, no one's laughing. No one laughs at my jokes anymore because I suck. Anyway, I suck at making jokes. And I've been that way my whole life, so trust me. But of course, some of you out there might find it funny. Which in that case, I mean, you're probably just courtesy laughing. But either way, I suck at making jokes. Anyway, fake crying away. Out of the way, we're going to take a look at the Rock Dragon here for comparison. There's Rock Dragon, defense type version. And then we also have Ace Dragon for comparison. There. So, attack, defense, and stamina. And let's see if I can bring all three in. Let's see if it's possible. There you go. There's all three. Very nice. You think they're funny. Thanks, Abby. I appreciate it. I'm glad at least one person in my life finds me funny. Anyway, moving away from that. Oh my god. I'm so dumb. Why do you guys even watch me? Anyway, moving away from that. Let's move on to the last few days here for part 8. Yes, we're nearing the end, people. Nearing the end. And nearing the end of this video because, God, I need lunch, I need breakfast, I need brain food. And also, I think I also need some air and water because I am parched. But anyway, moving on away from my personal problems, we're going to move on to the next balance type. That's being... This is Venom Diabolos, and he is very nice, as you guys can see. So, or if you want to call it by its Hasbro name, Venom Devilos D5. And I hate the US name a lot, so I just call it Diabolos because it's a lot cooler. So Diabolos, as you guys can see, is based on, well, if you can't tell by the suffix there, you know, Diablo, diabolical, you know, it's based on a demon, obviously. So, very nice. And interestingly enough, the demon avatar for this Beyblade looks more like a Balrog from, what's it called? From Lord of the Rings, which is kind of interesting. But anyway, moving on to, back to the Beyblade here. It does look very nice with the gold, the black, and the red. Definitely very nice there. And very, very intimidating looking. Kind of like the more aggressive version of the Ace base. So, there you go. Very nice to see. Moving away from that, we do have the disc here, which is called Venom. Not Venom. Vanguard, my apologies. The Vanguard disc, which is very nice. So I do dig it. Wait, what? You're Diablo? You're a demon? Okay. I wouldn't call you a demon. I would call you an angel, but okay. I guess, well, you do you then. But anyway, back to the disc here of Vanguard. Those look very nice. With the sort of metal and the star kind of looks on it. So it does look very nice. So, also, who changed the emojis on my Nightbot? Who did that? Who changed it? Oh my god. Or maybe that's just my phone doing that. Maybe GG, or what is it, or whatever. Whatever comes after the HTTPS, maybe sends something, an emoji, and it just changed it. But either way, who changed it? But there you go. The last we do have the driver. This is the Bullet driver. This is Bullet Hypersphere. So Bullet, in the Japanese, actually had a metal mini-bay that would pop out in battle. That would battle alongside it. When it got hit from below, and it would just pop out. But on this one, it doesn't do that. It's just one molded piece. Good job, Hasbro. But there you go. That is Bullet. Very nice to see. So there you go. That is Venom Diabolos. But that is not his only form. He actually has 2 forms. Yes, Venom Diabolos bullet driver with the projectile part just detached. It's just a twig. Yeah, it's so small. It's so tiny. It doesn't even do anything. Oh, obviously in the anime, it's a lot more, powerful than it is in real life. But that's anime. That's fiction. That's not real life. So, moving away from Venom Diabolos, we also have its second form, Erase Diabolos, which is very nice looking. And as you can see, instead of being black and red like its original version, this one is now white and red. And a very bright white and a very bloody red. And I do dig it. Looks very evil. And as you guys can see, the chip is also very black as well to reference its first form, the right spin version. So very nice looking. Now, originally on the Japanese version, I should preface that this chip in this part would be metal and it would all be one piece that would be swapped between two different bases. But because of how Hasbro's system works, they made them separate. And another fun fact is that the chips for both Hasbro, for the Hasbro version, for both this one and that one, are not reversible. So you can't put the left Diabolos chip on or Erase Diabolos on Venom, and you can't put Venom's chip on Erase, which is kind of a shame. I don't know why they did that, but there you go. So taking it apart, we do get, again, the Vanguard disc, which is very nice to see. Again, the same thing. And this time we get Bullet 2 Hypersphere, which I believe is actually supposed to be based on the mini bay that would pop out on the Takara Tomy version. So for comparison, there you have Bullet 1 Hypersphere. So there you go. Or just Bullet Hypersphere. But still, really nice bays there, Venom and Erase Diabolos. I do dig them. And recently, I did see that in Super King, we're also getting another evolution. That being Abyss, Death and Abyss Diabolos. The parts for those, though, are crap. Though they do look really nice, which I actually will show you guys in Part 9 what that's going to look like. And it looks really nice. So I do dig it. So moving away from those two, we're going to take a look at the last two for this episode. And last one for all these boxes. So thank you guys again for sticking around through all of these parts. If you've managed to watch all of them 100% and didn't get bored. So anyway, moving away from that, we're going to move on to the Hasbro version of, this is of Bushin Ashura. This is Bushin Ashindra A5, also known simply as just Bushin Ashindra. Or Ashura, if you're going for the Japanese. But there you go. Those look very nice, very kind of plain. So, very nice. Let's see. Did you know that Hasbro is making a salamander for the Beyblade Burst Rise Tops? Ooh, they're doing an evolution or just doing their own thing of what Hell Salamander was doing. That's kind of cool. Or Heat Salamander, because you can't say Hell in America, so there you go. But again, moving away from that, for comparison, we're going to bring in the original color of Bushin Ashura from the Japanese, so you can see that there. As we did before with the original review of these bays. So looking away from the layer, we also do get the first issue of the Hurricane disc, this time in its Hasbro rendition. So on the Japanese, if the camera would focus, there we go. On the Japanese, as I said before, this metal part would be free spinning on the Japanese, which if we bring the Japanese one in for comparison, we can see how this would work. And again, see on this one doesn't do that. So you can see the differences there on how that would work. So moving away from that, we do also get the first version of the Keep driver, this time in its Hypersphere version, which again, for comparison, we're going to bring in the Japanese version. So you can see the differences between those two. As you can see, this one's very solid, kind of forest green. This one is jade. This one has the rubber free spinning rubber ball. This one doesn't. So there you go. So there you have Bushin Ashindra. Very interesting Beyblade. Very interesting changes with it as well. So, finally, the last Beyblade for the collection, guys, at least for this part. We are going to be bringing in the final Beyblade for this video. And that is the Hasbro version of Judgment Joker, also known as Judgment Joker J5 in Hasbro terms. So nice they kept the original Japanese name. Now for a comparison, we're going to bring in the Japanese version so you can see how those two would look. side by side there. So you can see how that looks. Now again, moving away from that, Judgment Joker here is very nice, as you guys can see with the pink, the blue, the sort of metallic blue, and the gold. Those look very nice. Now again, these pink parts are not rubber like on the Japanese, and it does not have the little pink stopper there on the lower left-hand corner either, for the whole game of chance thing. And of course it says balance type again, so very nice to see. So there you go. Very nice to see there. Taking the layer off, we do get to see the 00 disc return, this time without the nice teal turn frame. So there you go. So nice to see there. Then lastly, we do get Trick Hypersphere. Also, I should mention before that if I didn't mention it before, sorry, my tongue is not working. What was it? Bushin Ashindra is defense type. I forgot to mention. So there you go. But as you can see, Trick Hypersphere looks definitely different than the original Trick. As you guys can see, the gimmick is no longer intact, which is kind of a shame. There we go, now you can actually see. So see, this one doesn't do that. Doesn't do the gimmick. So there you go. That is Judgment Joker, and that is going to end it for this part of the Ultimate Beyblade Burst Collection review. Again, thank you guys for sticking with me all through this series, as this has been quite the long one, quite the long, extensive one. But again, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. As I said, tomorrow will be the release of Part 9, the sort of extras of the video. And then next, I will be doing my Ultimate Bakugan Collection review, which, again, should be a lot shorter, as I will not be reviewing in that one the cards or anything like that. I will just be reviewing just the toys themselves. So, there you go. But alright guys, so that's going to be it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and make sure to drop a like on this video. Make sure to subscribe, and if you're new, and turn notifications on so that we don't miss my videos, unless you're on my Discord, in which case they're just automatically updated there. And I will see you guys in the next video.